Hey everyone, it's Matt from True North back with another nightly devotional. And tonight's question is, what if worship isn't something that we do for 20 minutes on a Sunday morning? And what if worship is supposed to shape every part of our lives? Because worship is so much bigger than just singing songs. When most people hear the word worship, they think of music. A worship team, a church service, a favorite song. But worship existed long before there was a stage and a microphone and a guitar. And at its core, worship is about giving God the honor, attention, and devotion He deserves. It's about putting Him in His rightful place. The truth is, everyone worships something. Some worship money, some worship success, some worship themselves, some may even worship comfort. But whatever captures your heart consumes your thoughts, and what directs your decisions often reveals what you're truly worshiping. That's why Jesus said in Matthew 6:21, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Romans 12:1 says, "Present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God, which is your spiritual worship." Did you catch that? Paul didn't mention singing. He talks about surrender. Because worship isn't just a song that we sing. It's a life we live. It's every act of obedience is worship. Every time we choose God over sin, that's worship. Every time that we trust Him when life is difficult, that's worship. Anyone can worship when life is good, but some of the most powerful worship happens in those difficult seasons. When we don't understand, when our prayers haven't been answered, when the storm hasn't passed, yet you still choose to trust God. That's worship. That's what Job did when he lost everything and still bowed before God. Jesus said in John 4:23, "The true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth." God isn't just looking for people who sing. He's looking for people whose hearts belong to Him. So here's the question. What is getting the best of your attention, the best of your affection, and the best of your devotion? Because worship isn't just about what happens on Sunday. Worship is whatever sits on the throne of our hearts. Guys, this one, I'll tell you, not every part of the Christian life is always a mountain peak, right? We have valleys, and through these valleys is when I think a lot of God's work really happens in our lives, and we start to see His true nature in these valleys, right? And worship is one of those things that even in the valley, I think it's one of those things that it's a tool that we can use. But it's not just a tool, it's what we should be doing anyway. Guys, we love you. We thank you for all the support. You'll have a great night.